Hello, my name is Henry Millward, and welcome to Elementary Stats. This is me right here, and hopefully if you're watching this, you got this email. To get set up for the class, we need to do a couple things. Get set up on Edmodo. Edmodo is going to be a website where we do the communication. A lot of classes use Blackboard, but I prefer Edmodo. Edmodo is much more kind of Facebook-like. It's a little easier to use than Blackboard. And then StatCrunch is the site where we're going to do the exercises, the tests, your grade book will be there. And then last, you'll have the link to the syllabus, which is all the most important information in the class. So to get started, right, just click on the link to the syllabus here. And you'll see there's my picture. That's what I look like. So if you're ever on campus and see me, stop by and say hello. Here's my contact information, email, phone, my office hours, so you can come in and talk. But for the purposes of getting set up, come on down here to Elementary Statistics. These are my different courses. Just click on your course, and you'll see over here in the Essential Info, you've got a link to Edmodo. And this is going to help you join our class in Edmodo. So just click on that. And it'll take you to Edmodo's website, and you're all set to request access to join our statistics class. Now to do this, if you've already used Edmodo, you just need to log in. And if you haven't used Edmodo before, you need to create a student account. So I'm a student, and then you just populate your name, different information, the kind of standard for registering with any website. Okay, so after you do that, back to the syllabus, and you want to get set up with the other website for the class, my Stat Lab. This is where the homework's going to be. And if you've ever used my Math Lab before, my Stat Lab is just the statistics version of that. Now you're going to need this course ID, so I would copy that and then click on this link to the My Stat Lab website. Okay. Now, if you've used my Math Lab before, you can just go ahead and sign in. If you haven't, you need to register just like you did on Edmodo by hitting Student. Okay. Now, it'll walk you through the process. At some point, it'll ask you for the course ID. Okay. And you'll need three things to join the class. You'll need an email, right, which I assume all of you have. You need the course ID, which is in my syllabus, and you'll need an access code. Now, if you've bought a book in the bookstore, a lot of times this is in, like in the sleeve of the front cover. There's a little pull tab, and you can read off your access code. Sometimes people just buy the access code at the bookstore. That's a little pull tab. Or you can even just, with a credit card, buy it online. I think that's the cheapest version. So you need all three of these things. Now, if you don't have the money at this point, there is a temporary access code. I think you can get 2 weeks in the class for free with a temporary access. But if you want to complete the course, you'll have to at some point enter in your credit card information or enter in an access code that you bought at the bookstore or somewhere else. Okay, so that's pretty standard. Let me go back and show you. If you already have used my Math Lab or my Stat Lab, you just sign in. And you should get to a page like this. Now, yours might be slightly different than mine. Since I'm a professor, it has create or copy a course here. But usually in the student splash page, you've got join a class. So you would hit join a class, right? And then you would enter in my course ID. And it'll probably ask you for an access code unless you've already taken stats before and you have subscription to this particular book. Okay, so just let me know if you have any questions. Sometimes, particularly in my Stat Lab, there's lots of different ways and lots of different options to do that. And sometimes it can be confusing, but the best thing, whether you're having troubles getting set up or having troubles with any content, is reach out. I love questions. Please send them to me, okay? don't want anybody to struggle.